Alright. So to respond to what you said, I those are all nice, but I mean like yeah. Those are all nice, but I think something wholesome would be like telling someone who is fucked up that they're fucked up. That'd be good. But alright, so to elaborate on what I was saying with how things destabilize over distance. Um so in aerodynamics, oh, really quick, let's talk about this part because this is one of the really stupid things. Alright, so he breaks the wooden, like the planks there, like stepping across it, and then he can't cross back, and it's like, it's not very wide, like I really don't like that. It's so gamey. Also,
Mother Miranda,
um,
I regret to inform you
I
that Ethan
understand
Winters has escaped.
what they were trying to
For
do
war,
with
as
this
it were.
scene, but there's literally no
Because
way
he's
that
in my
she
castle
wouldn't see
and is
us
only
right
leaving
here.
too much
Like,
for my daughters to handle. When I find him...
it's ridiculous to even...
No, Mother Miranda. Yes, of course, I understand the importance of the ceremony.
And
I
even if you
won't
want to
let you
go
down.
with the idea that oh she does see him, she does.
Hell with the ceremony!
And she's just playing dumb
That
right now.
man will pay for what
Ethan
he's
should
done.
know better than to like just sit in the windowsill like that. But anyway, my issue here is that we broke this thing and it's literally this wide. You could still stand on that portion, but it doesn't let you cross back for no reason whatsoever. There's like literally it does not affect the gameplay whatsoever. The only thing in that room is the typewriter to save at, and I don't think you can go down the elevator again once you've gone up. You may be able to, but even if you could, it wouldn't affect anything. So, there's literally no reason for it to, like, enclose you in this area. And, doing that specifically, like, makes it more... It makes it more, like, blatant, you know? It makes it... draws attention to it for no reason. You can see the rest of the area, not the whole area, but, like, a lot of the stuff out here. You can see the windmill, at Moreau's thing towards the lake. I also didn't say that you're dumb in science. I said teaching you about ballistic science is wholesome. I don't see how teaching someone something that they also agree is interesting is not wholesome. Alright, so we go here, and then we touch that, and then we look around forever, and then eventually we notice that there's a key hanging up somewhere that I don't know where.
Where are you?
Somewhere. And then we don't use it here, and then I do like this specific right here because it gives us like a better concept of how tall she is. um, without being like in danger of her. It's kind of like an omen, if you will. Uh, Not like a literal omen, but it's omen-like. Uh, Considering that she's about to be next to us again. So.
All this for a child who isn't even here.
What the hell?
She is
You
quite
ungrateful,
creepy.
selfish wretch! You come into my house! You lay your filthy man-hands on my daughters! And now you even try to steal my property! How dare you! Rest while you can! Because I will hunt you! And I will break you!
Go ahead, do your worst.
So like the other thing about this is she pushes us through the floorboards, and obviously he's okay, even though he landed on the splintered wood and bricks. But there's no way that the floor would break from Ethan being pushed if it didn't already break from her standing on it, because she slams Ethan into the ground, but she's not putting all of her weight on him when she does that. She's slamming him with her upper body. For her to like gather the momentum. Just a lot of the science things in this, and I know I don't expect Resident Evil to have good science things, but like they break it like so obviously, and it's like did you even try? Did you? I do like the rest of this sequence. Again, like it's not all bad. It's just I like parts of it. I don't like other parts of it. This one is actually peculiar because if you don't break this, and if you don't pick this up, then you can't come back here, so like it's gone forever. Not that it would count towards anything, but it'll always show up red, because you can't pick it up once she slices off your hand. This is again the
sliced to ribbons
physics.
before you ever see
I had never showed you that video that I was talking about.
you will
With the second video of the guy dying, but I can send it to you later or something. She's also not very fast here, which is kind of like it's alright, but like it's kind of not very daunting, I guess. Like, obviously she can't be super fast, because then she would just, like, kill you pretty much all the time. Like, it would you'd have to like be perfect at some point to get past her, and they don't want to make a game where it's that difficult. I think that she could have been her regular speed. If you like, now that we've encountered her, she will be in the rest of the castle, and her regular speed is a little bit faster than she is in the dungeon.
Good. Man, screw this castle.
Just kind of what is this? It's kind of it's just silly because I don't want to kill these. Bruh. Well, maybe I shouldn't have done that, because now I have no ammo. But, she is faster, when she's up here than she is, down there, which is just... I think that they got her pace right, like when she's just roaming around. I think that's fine. She doesn't have to be faster or slower or anything. You can actually hear her outside. Please, blah blah blah. That's about loot. Hold on. How do we... They did do a good job on the sound design, I would say, in this game. Because if you actually... I'll kill these first, and then you'll be able to hear it. I have to kill the other one, otherwise you probably won't notice it. It's very quiet, and then I'll shut up, and you can put the volume higher. Let me get rid of this one real quick, and then... The, I wish you could do this with the regular knife, or like a knife that you get in the game without having to complete the whole thing, because it saves on ammo a lot, and you get like some ammo, but in the harder difficulties you don't get that much ammo. Not for the amount of enemies that you run into. This is just detailing the how the daughters came to be. They're just a bunch of bugs, and they somehow can like morph into a person temporarily or whatever. I don't know. But what I was talking about is if you turn up your volume as soon as I stop talking, you can actually hear the like the parts of the gun rattling together. And that's pretty realistic. Usually, I don't see it makes a very distinct noise what you're listening to. It's not just like parts in the gun, like generically. What you're actually listening to is it's the pump handle because the pump is not like fuck. It's hard to adjust these. So the pump is it's not like it's not like press fit around the magazine tube that it's um encapsulating or encircling or however you want to put it. The pump, the bottom tube here is the magazine tube, and then the top tube is the barrel. And I'm really bad at rotating the model and panning properly, but um, there's a little gap like with most things, there's tolerances, and if the pump was like squeezing the bottom tube, then there would be a lot of friction and you wouldn't be able to like use it very effectively. You'd be fighting the friction every time you rechamber around. So there's a little gap for it to move. Um, and what you're actually hearing when he runs around is the little rattle when the gap, like the actual pump itself, like contacts the magazine tube and other stuff. There's like also a little gap. You see the bar that's like between the the magazine tube and the barrel right there? It's not on the other side. Like here, it's not there. And then on this side it's there. That's that bar is how the pump actuates the bolt in the receiver. The bolt is right here. You can see it through the ejection port. Um, so if you were to like take this bar out, if you were to cut it at both ends, um, then the pump would do nothing. It wouldn't. There's no other way that it's connected to the mechanism at all. Um, all you would be doing at that point is just sliding it up and down, not doing anything. That that bar and modern shotguns, like the one that I have, they have two of them on both sides because it makes for more reliable uh, operation. So, like for one thing, when you have like a strong asymmetrical design, there's uh, there's more like yawing, and yawing is just like when things like kind of like they turn like they yawing is like when something is supposed to go straight, like in and out or something, or up and down or something, but there's some lateral motion. There's some other direction that is being inadvertently involved, like uh, unintentionally involved. So when you're pushing on it just from the left side, technically, I know that doesn't make a lot of sense, but I'm about to explain it in more simple terms. So when you push on when you rack the pump back, you're really moving this bar back, and this bar is only on the left side, and the bar is moving the bolt. So really, what's happening, if you look at the like microscopic, like super broken down, slow-mo kind of thing. What's happening is you're actually moving the left side of the bolt first because you're pushing on it from the left side. The the Now the left side is not separate from the right side. it's one piece. So all of it's gonna move backwards, and it's encapsulated in the receiver. So it's not like you can't like twist it, you know, you can't like start rotating it in its position. But it is going to it's gonna rub against the receiver because of that. Because if the receiver was not holding it in place, you would be pushing on just the left side of it and it would want to rotate. You see what I'm saying? Like the receiver guides it. Similar to how um like a guide rod is it works for a spring. It's a rod that you put through a spring so that whatever is being used by the spring doesn't like go out of alignment and start like bending the spring in like other unintended directions. The spring just wants to go in one direction. You know, if you bend it like sideways, like if you bend it into an L shape, it'll never return to its original like coil, you know? It'll just ruin the spring. So you have a rod that makes sure that the part does not bend the spring in a different uh, a different direction, a different vector. But anyway, it pushes on the left side, and the bolt wants to turn, and that's going to create some differences in friction. And it's much more uniform if you have two of them. Also, in the event that one of them broke or something somehow, that's not really a very likely thing, but if somehow you did break it, you would still have another action bar, is what they're called, and you would still be able to operate the shotgun even without the other one. So this is another puzzle that I don't like. Hold on a second. So talking about that's just talking about the bugs. But really quick, it does actually say if their temperature drops below 10 C or 50 degrees Fahrenheit. So again, like they didn't set the parameters right. Like they should have made it drops below like 40 or like 30 Fahrenheit or like gets near 0 Celsius, you know, because like there's no way that this whole castle is heated like that well. It's too much like air to heat and stuff like. This puzzle is what I don't like because you don't even have to get it. You don't actually have to get it like in order or anything. All you have to do is press the keys. Like we can just guess. We can literally just walk it like around and you don't have to like obviously these parts are easy, but like you don't actually have to play the fucking melody. Like you just have to press the like if you spam every key, you'll just get the puzzle eventually. It's fucking silly. Like I don't know. I don't know about puzzles like that. Like where you just spam it and you eventually get it your way. Like really? think. Do we have one of those things? No. We don't have a lockpick. And then... Oh, am I supposed to go upstairs? Wait. Oh yeah, I am supposed to go upstairs.
Wait long.
So you finally came to see me. Everyone falls for me. You can't be serious.
Apparently it fires very slow, like...
A dream! This is a dream!
I meant to fire it again, but... you have to like wait slightly after
Why
you
are you
come.
doing this? Stop that!
My page.
Why did you do this? I don't want to die.
I'm sick of bugs.
Is that everything? No. Alright. The first time I got the key, like, I didn't realize you were supposed to go up the stairs to unlock that door. Like, I just grabbed the key and went out back into the courtyard. I totally missed, like, that's one of the problems with, like, the staged, encounters where you're just scripted to encounter the monster at certain areas. Like, you can walk past them if you don't do what's expected. Oops, I didn't mean to. Nope, 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 no, no, no. I didn't mean to do that. Isn't she supposed to come in or something?
Cassandra!
Yeah.
Come here!
Yeah, it is.
Enough games! I'm that man's head! Now go!
Of course, Mother.
I don't really like this one. So, the reason I don't like it is because this is the Deus Ex Machina aspect where, oh, thank goodness there just so happens to be the one weapon that can kill or make it vulnerable or whatever the fuck you want to do, call it. Um, I don't like it for that reason, and I don't like that there's other holes that it opens up. What if this dagger is so magical, why can't we use it on Mother Miranda? Why can't we use it on other people instead of just like why don't we make more of an effort to protect this valuable asset? Mm, doing like just using it on one person. I do, I like this part. It's not very original, I don't think, but it's not very original, but, I think it's alright. It's kind of scary. Yeah, exactly. It's not so bad that it makes you lose interest. It has some things that are worth noting that are stupid, but it's not like a horrible game. The way these things fly is like really bizarre. It's I don't think it's like a bad thing even, but like it's just very weird. Um it's important to note the bad things so that the next games don't have bad things. Like if no one complained about it, then they would just crank out the same old, you know. Um but they're also using a Dark Soul. This whole area is very Dark Soul-esque, in general. Obviously, it's reminiscent of Bloodborne, the castle, where Martyr Ligarius is, the Vile Blood Castle. Like the rooftop area, specifically. And then, they're using this, it's a very, it's about level design. So usually in Dark Souls games, we started right here, right? And then we go through the level, and we go around, we go up the stairs, and blah blah blah, we go out there, and you know, and we go up to the next level, we go in here, up the ladder, and then eventually, after you go through the level, you unlock the shortcut, which takes you back to where you started. Yeah, it's okay, it's okay. It's a minor thing. It's it's not about the map. It's just about like the design of the level. So in Dark Souls games, you pretty much always you enter an area and you go through and you kill a bunch of stuff, and then you why is this still red? You go through the area, you kill a bunch of stuff, and then there's always a shortcut that leads you pretty much back to where you started. And that would be next to like the bonfire. I don't know what's in here. I'm not even gonna waste time on it. There is something, but I don't know what it is. And I'm too lazy to find it. We probably don't need it. If it was ammo though, it could have been useful. But you go through the level. Like, you start at a bonfire that is the new area. Then you go through that area, and then you unlock the shortcut that takes you back to the bonfire. Just in case you die, you can now go to the shortcut so you don't have to go all the way through the level again. And then, just past the shortcut is the boss area. That's where you fight the main enemy. I was really trying to kill it up here so that the loot thing would drop, like the bag of money or something, but... Whoa, you are still alive. I like the fluidity of motions in games like these, though, than Dark Souls, even though Dark Souls is better structured and simple. Fluidity of motions, what does that mean? They move ease. You mean like the enemies? Not like they are holding weight on their shoulders. Yeah, I guess. I like games where you have a momentum, because you do have momentum, you know, you can't, like, can't just fly around. Sure, you have, like, great control over yourself, but you do have, like, a little momentum, you know, like, you can't just stop on a dime if you're running full sprint and whatnot. There are some games that have too much momentum, though, that's for sure. Not a whole ton, but there's a few games that they definitely have way too much momentum. Like, it's when you act, it's almost like you're not like you're doing it without even like without intending to, you know, like you're just like casually uh like taking your time doing things like reloading and stuff. I don't think Ethan does that in this one. I think he reloads like he means it, you know, like he's like he needs to do some fighting. It's urgent. There's a lot of games where the characters will just reload like they haven't given it any forethought. Like, I understand that people are not gonna be always trained because a lot of games feature characters that are just thrown into these situations rather than characters who are ready for confrontation. But even if you've never held a weapon before and you just got the shotgun, wouldn't it make sense to like pump it a few times before you put any ammo in it, if you have the time, or maybe like after, whenever you get time, you know, like just to pump it a few times, like just practice. Like, you've never done it before, but that doesn't mean you can't practice now. You know, pump it a few times. Practice like putting in ammunition. Practice aiming it. Practice, you know, just generic things. You know, like, is that too much to ask for? I think that's pretty reasonable. Like, I don't know. If you just got another tool of some kind, like if someone gave you a tool as a gift, you're not gonna like mess with it at all, like like a little bit, just to build from some familiarity, see what it can do. Like, if someone gives you a car, you know, like, are you really just gonna you're just gonna drive and you're not gonna see like how fast it can brake if you needed to do an emergency brake? You're not gonna see how fast it can accelerate if you needed to get out of like the way of like a car coming your way, like if you had to like swerve or something. You're not gonna, you know, like experiment at all. It's kind of like really basic. Some games are like that though. Some games are just They're like that.
Stupid man thing! You won't live long, even if you run!
So like, what else? Another way that there's like, there's not very much deliberation in some games, like with the reload. Oh, that's what we needed. Um, Not just with the reloading deliberation, but there's also games that when you move, like your character, it feels like you're like on ice skates or something. Like you move, and even if you take a small step, you can't just like stop, like you have to you like start sliding in that direction, like just by moving slightly. Um that shit is that's not good. Not good, not good. I think there's a good balance between where you move with deliberation and you can control everything and you're free to do movements. It's not like there's a ton of weight on you. But at the same time, if you like go full sprint, then you should be a little limited, like you should not be able to like sprint this way and then sprint this way like super like instantaneously. It applies more. Oh shit. You scared me. Um, it applies more as you get into uh, like multiplayer competitive games because uh, those ones, those ones, if you make the movement all jacked up, it's gonna it's gonna affect the gameplay no matter what. Like in co-op games and like single player games, it's up to the person whether they choose to like abuse a a mechanic, a way that the game works. Like if you can stop enemies from like hitting you or something like that, which not like blocking, but like if you can do something, if you can like sidestep and it makes the AI think that you're not there or something. I don't know. Little things like that. Um, the person can actually choose are gonna whether they're gonna be subject to that, whether it's gonna affect them or not.
I won't last until dinner.
But in multiplayer games,
You
oh
will
shit.
learn what it means to be so
Look forward to
In
store for you.
the in multiplayer games you can't choose because other people are gonna choose it for you,
It's a
Like
pleasure
if
to
you
see
don't
you
do it,
safe
if you
and
don't
well
exploit
worth it.
the glitches and like the
Those
weird
samples.
stuff, then
I'm
someone else is gonna do
so
it.
sorry it turned out
And
that way.
I don't
Well, you'll find your
I
way
don't
to
think
her
people
once
should
you're out of
exploit
this
them, but
castle.
like
Do you have
there
need of
is
anything for the road ahead?
there's an argument to be made
Welcome,
that
welcome. You're sure to find something new.
oh my god, would you shut up? I understand you have new things every time I come here. Um there
You're
is an
spinning,
argument
Regis.
about
Pay me no mind.
like the developers of a multiplayer game are not going to patch something that is not a problem. So if there's a glitch or something, you kind of have to like popularize it. You kind of have to get like attention to it, you know, even if it means like ruining the gameplay, ruining the experience for other people. Uh, it sucks. It does. And I don't like usually elect to do things like that. Um, I it's essentially cheating, so which is the main reason why I don't like it. But there is a valid argument to saying like, hey, you know, like you gotta fix this, and we don't want like we don't want like certain people to be doing it like unbeknownst to the rest of the community, you know. We don't want like people to just be doing it uh like in a sneaky way where in like
Securing
no one
goods is
ever
more
finds out
important
the
than
reason.
anything, my friend. These hands are
Uh,
more dexterous than one might think.
this rifle is an interesting one. I don't know why it's here because it's a French rifle and we are in Romania, but it's a cool one. I like it.
What? Ah, it's fine. All finished.
This one for sure. This one for sure would be more powerful than this right here. There's absolutely no way that you make a handgun, even with a long barrel like that, and even in a heavy caliber, like a rifle caliber in a handgun platform with like a longer barrel, not a rifle barrel, but like a longer than average handgun barrel. There's no way that you would ever
This is all an investment, Ethan.
ever replicate the power of like a full size rifle cartridge out of a full size rifle like this. And yet in like we just upgraded this and it still has half of the power that the other one does. Anyway, let me think. I think that's really all we need, but we could buy his
I see.
this
Anything
and
else?
then kind of like thinking about this one now. I don't think it's that big of a deal, but there is like a little tiny delay, which is odd, caught me off guard.
Uh-huh. What are you buying? Just something. Thank you for your patronage.
Let me think. Where are we going? Oh, do we have this? Don't we have this? I'm not gonna do all of these because some of them are kind of annoying. This one, like, you can't. I mean, you can reset yourself by falling into one of those holes, but it's not like easy to do that, I think.
Shall I choose something for you? wonderful adventure.
It sounds like she's just stomping right there, like she's not even walking anywhere. She just... Let me think. What we need to do is... We have 3, but not 4. So we need the 4th one. But the 4th one is over here, which means we have to go up these, and then we have to go in there. Okay.
I won't last until dinner.
Hold on, it's like, is there any way to make this... Yeah, let's... Oh, okay, there is only 9 values. Okay. I mean, there's 10 values. I don't know what I'm saying. Why am I saying that? That's the opposite of... There's 10 values, but they include 0 as the first one. Rather than going from 1.
I was worried my sister had gotten it
What the fuck?
You've ruined the hunt! My body! Bastard! Why? You're done!
Get away from me. I don't know why you're allowed to do that.
You're mine! Pray mine!
Crazy witch.
So like, number 1, the mines that we have, I'm pretty sure those are designed for tanks, not for people. Anti-personnel mines usually look different. And also, I just set it down there and then, like right in front of her, and then she stepped on it, and it doesn't hurt me, it only hurts her, which is, like, very cheesy. Oops.
Okay, I should be able to get out.
Dimitrescu is done in by the likes of you?
I'm gonna just walk past her, I think. Does she even follow me in here? Alright. I'm just gonna go past her, like, around the table, I think, or something. Oh, brother. I think she already lost me. I think she already forgot where I am.
The entire blood host done in by the likes of you?
Alright, I wanted to use that here because we can't come back. I know we didn't get everything. Actually, we could go get this. Really quick, you wanna get that? Low-key, I forgot the way. I think we could just go here, can't we? We don't have to go through the floorboards again. I think. Yeah, we can just go here. Bruh. So, it gives you a pipe bomb. But the first time I used it, and it didn't blow up the wall, I don't know, it like glitched out or something, and it didn't work, and I thought there was some other solution that it was supposed to do, and I could never figure it out, so I just had to leave it. I didn't want to look it up. And then... Oops. I think we have to actually shoot it because of the physics. Yeah. There's no reason that, like, shooting it would, like, push it farther than you would normally be able to push it. Bruh. Really? Can't light it? Why can't I light these? SMH. Doesn't light. There's no reason that shooting it would, send it any farther than pushing it with your hand or hitting it. It doesn't... A lot of the force when you shoot something like that, the energy, is going to go into, breaking apart the bullet. Like when you hit a hard metal surface. Like if this is like cast iron or something, a lot of the force from the bullet is going to be turning the lead into like powder when it hits at that high velocity, rather than actually doing what you're trying to make it do, which is push the metal surface itself. I'm not gonna go back there for that shit. Whatever it is can be there. What I am gonna do though is do that. She's going up the stairs, it looks like. Which is good. It's good because I don't remember what order these go in. Probably this one, right? Yeah. Not this one. This one? No. The other one. Oh shit.
Simple.
Shall I choose
Spooky.
something for you?
Let's sell the ring and these.
And buy it I will.
We could buy this. I don't really see a whole lot of benefit.
Yes, I can see why you'd be interested in that.
But sure.
Have a wonderful adventure.
She doesn't chase us in here, so it doesn't matter. This is actually where I took the pictures that I sent you a while ago. Alright, so I got everything pretty much. I do like the blade shape of it. It's very reminiscent of the Copies. It has another name. I don't remember what the other name is though. I think the name Copies came after, which is kind of unfortunate. I don't know the original name of it, but if you search Copies, it'll come up with Kopis. It'll probably come up.
Looks like the outside matches your inside. Such a bitch. It's finished.
I also, again, don't like this kind of stuff where it's just up here. Like, luckily, I really prefer giving resources like ammo. I would prefer it like just naturally rather than giving it like only when we have to fight the boss. I do like the monster because it's really scary, like in design. Oh shit! Hold on. The fuck? It's really scary in design, like with the tons of teeth and stuff like that. I think it's a well-designed monster. It's also unique, I would say. It's a little bit reminiscent of a couple other ones, like I'd say like it kind of reminds me of like Cthulhu in some ways, or like the Kraken kind of like with the giant mouth kind of thing going on. But it's not like incredibly, it's not like very talky. It's alright to have like this similarities. I think this part's very dramatic, like his head's inside the mouth there. I don't think it needs that. It's becoming a lot of more bark than bite.
Don't be shy. Show me your terror.
Like, especially this part. Like, fuck. There's no reason you would survive here at all, like having this like weird standoff with like a giant thing. Like, at this point she has to be blind or something, right? Something this big would, like, seriously injure you if it fell on you or hit you accidentally. So I think the part at the end is kind of a lot. But other than that, they did a good job with it. It also kind of reminds me of the Jabberwocky from Lewis Carroll, Alice in Wonderland, Through the Looking Glass.
You're the one who's cursed. Looks like I'm getting out of this place.
I don't really know why he says Rose right then. Just all of a sudden. It is kind of weird because there's nothing that appears to remind him. I permit it, but I do think it's odd. Baby, are you still awake?
Hear our voice together as one in reverence. We call on thee within the endless dark to deliver us into fate's hands. As the midnight moon rises on black wings, we await the light at the end. In life and in death, glory to Mother Miranda.
Hey, remember me? I almost died up at that castle. Tell me, what is going on around here?
How can a man be almost dead? That's a question for the wise.
You know what I mean. And I still haven't found Rose. Where did Mother Miranda take her?
You're too late! Or maybe almost too late. The child will be sacrificed, life for life.
What kind of sick medieval shit is this? She's just a baby.
The crests of the four bloodlines may open the path you seek.
Will you please stop talking in riddles? I just want to find my daughter.
It's only a riddle if you don't know the answer.
I do like that line.
Wait a second. That looks familiar. Hey, wait!
I don't really see, I don't like the rest of the dialogue. He's like, I almost died up in that castle. How is that any of this lady's fault? Like, what does that have to do with anything? Congratulations, you know? some evade. I guess they don't stagger as easily as the Mororika. I think they need like 3 hits to die. Yeah. I tried to get 3 in there, I got 2.
There you are. I had a feeling you would pop up here.
It was all worthless.
Is that so? I assume you've picked up something of value.
Not sure if it's of value, but
Why, you have your daughter right in your own hands.
what are you saying?
Take a closer look. That flask seems to contain her head.
No. What?
Roses.
Don't say another word! This is impossible! This just can't be!
Your daughter's essence is still intact. Her powers are truly unique.
Who could even do this?
She can be saved, you know.
Saved? From this? Are you insane?
There's a house with a red chimney on the western side of the village. Go and seek out the man who lives there. Then we can continue our conversation.
Quit holding out and get to the damn point!
You don't have to trust my words. But do you have any better options? Your choice. The customer is always right. After all.
You'll pay if I find out this is a lie. Fucking Joker.
Ethan really comes off very strongly as like one of those yappy dogs that are like, you know, like the size of like a cat or less, and they just bark at everything, like anything at all. Even if it's not a threat, they'll just bark at it like in like a preemptive manner, an anticipatory manner. I'm gonna save it here though, because I'm pretty sure you're asleep right now. If you wake, then tell me. But pretty sure you are. And I'm gonna go do some Black Friday shopping or something. I don't know. I'll try to be productive, and I might do some Elden Ring shit. I don't know.